Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday digital edition of Intentional Talk presented to you by Toro. It's Millar, it's Rose, and a week from today, we've got the MLB Draft right here on MLB Network, and one of the top prospects on the board, the left-handed pitcher out of Texas A&M, Asa Lacy, good enough to join us today. So, my man, you're a week away from hearing your name called very early in this draft. What are your emotions right now?
It hasn't really hit me yet, but I'm sure with all my family and friends, I'm probably getting a little nervous, a little anxious. It's definitely been a long time goal of mine, so I'm excited.
That's awesome stuff, Asa. But listen, the draft's cute. All your success is cute. For a second, I want to get to one question. Rosie, he turned 21 yesterday. So when you turned 21 yesterday, brother, did we have any awesome parties, or what did we do?
Yeah, we went to Chewy's, got some fajitas, some margaritas, and then went back to a friend's house, and we hung out for a while and did a lot of cool stuff. So,
could I ask one question? When you go to Chewy's and you go to your buddy's house, even though it's your birthday, and that left arm's going to bring some money here in the next week, are you buying the bill, or is somebody else taking you out for dinner?
No, we're broke college students, so we split everything. But I did actually had a friend get me a 6-pack of Miller Lite, and I was like, oh, well, that's very kind of you. So
6-pack of Miller Lite, that must have cost him what, $8.37?
Something like that. I don't know. I don't really buy alcohol too much. So
okay, good. Well, let's stay focused, and let's talk a little bit about your skill set. For people that haven't seen you pitch, I've seen a write-up. You're part Clayton Kershaw, part Aroldis Chapman.
That's
no pressure
generous,
on there, buddy. No pressure. Which one do you describe yourself more as?
I'd probably go more towards Kershaw. We get into the same positions. We just do it differently. Like if you were to take, screenshots down the mound. But Aroldis Chapman has been an example of, for me, lower half-wise since I got into college. So, he is really, really dynamic and impressive and athletic. So, if I can, I know I'm not Aroldis Chapman, but if I can, pretty much be as close to that as I can, I know I'm going to throw at the velocity that I want.
Mm-hmm. Have you had a chance to talk to any major leaguers yet?
No, so I've talked to the guys that have come to A&M, back before the season started, before all this Corona stuff hit. Ross Stripling, Tyler Naquin's there a lot. Mm-hmm. He talks to all of us like he almost feels like a guy that's on the team. Brooks Raley got a little time in the league. He's back quite often. So, and then Alex Wilson. Both of those guys are back, and they like to bounce ideas off of us and vice versa. So.
Okay. Well, sometimes when we think Texas A&M, obviously you guys got a great baseball program, but also go with the football program a little bit.
Yep.
You had a guy there not all that long ago that won a Heisman Trophy who
Mm-hmm.
actually went to the same high school that you went to. Let us
Yes,
know
sir.
who that is.
Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football.
Mm.
So, when I moved there, he came to A&M, so I've never even met him. It would be an honor, but just to watch what he did on the football field here was absolutely insane.
What's funny though, I saw him golfing about 2 months ago before this whole pandemic. He's
Mm-hmm.
bigger than you think because, before talking, you're like, oh yeah, he's 5'11", 6'1". All of a sudden you see him on the golf club. I'm like, this dude's like 6'2". He's thick. He's big. He's not like this cute little guy running around in circles.
Yeah, no. He definitely. I've heard that he looks bigger in person, and I've heard he's really, really good at golf. So.
Yeah, he's really good at golf and beat me. So that we'll talk about that later. But I want to talk. I'll follow you on Instagram and stuff. I want to check out some of these fishing stuff or talk about some of the fishing stories. Now you're a big fisherman, and when you're a big fisherman, there has to be one good fishing story. Can you give us something?
Ooh. Let's see here. Well, I don't even know if this is really a fish story, but it was okay. So my dad and I recently went to the coast, and we took his boat, and we're wade fishing. And the power pole that goes down and sticks in the ground, right? Well, the wind starts blowing pretty good, and we're starting to wade back to the boat. We weren't catching much, and we look up, and the boat is just drifting. It is hauling butt across the bay. And I took off my wading belt, I threw in my rod, and I started swimming, and I couldn't catch this thing. I could not catch it. That's how fast it was going. And I got really tired, and I got to the point where I was going to stop swimming and just let the boat just run its course or whatever. And I couldn't touch. So I was like, oh, no, this is not good. So I was bobbing up and down. Luckily, my dad waved down a boat, and he took us to it. But it was a mess. It was one of the most interesting situations I've ever been in fishing. So,
all right, well, let's
kind
keep
of scary, but
Yeah. Let's keep you in the boat for this next question. Actually, this is going to be kind of a combo question for the two of you. So I'm going to throw up some photos of Asa catching fishes. Kevin, you are going to tell me what sort of fish it is that Asa caught, and he'll tell you. What is that, Kevin?
That's a smallmouth bass or a largemouth bass. Let's say that.
Well, which one is it?
Largemouth.
Asa?
Yep, that's a largemouth. That would be the world record smallmouth right there if that was a smallmouth. So the fish down at Lake Amistad, the water's super clear, so that's how they have the really pronounced spots on them.
Got it. All right. We have another one. Let's see what Kevin,
Yep.
What's that?
Yep. That'd be the same type, a largemouth bass.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a big. That's my personal best right there, 9.2.
Are you kidding me? Where'd you get that at?
Yeah. So my dad's buddy where they live, they have a 12-acre lake. Then he built it a while back, but it's got everything. It's got flooded timber, grass. I mean, it's honestly kind of a paradise. So I take my kayak down there. It's about a 45-minute drive.
Wow.
All right.
I hadn't caught anything big that day, and then all of a sudden, he just slammed it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I was freaking out. I put it in my kayak, and it was like sticking like out of my kayak. Like that's how long it was.
So good.
Yeah.
Do we have one more fish photo? Let's see if we do. We do. Well, Kevin?
Oh, let me look at these real closely. These are going to be – those aren't redfish, Chris.
They are redfish.
Are they?
Yeah.
They are redfish.
they got the black spot on them. That's the see the black spot on the tail? It's kind of hard. You can see that like down by my leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's how you tell?
Yep. And they get so that you can see the middle one's kind of darker. They'll just vary in color, but really when they're kind of shallow, they get really like a bronze color. That's where they kind of get the name redfish from. But yeah, those they come in from the ocean and they live for like I think till about their 5th year, and then they migrate back out to the ocean. So you can catch them a lot in the bays, and they fight like crazy.
Wow.
Very good.
Redfish on the half shell. Try it.
Asa, before we let you go, since you're still kind of officially a college kid, do you mind taking one more test before you move on to major leagues? Is that all right?
Sure.
All right. So Kevin is also from Texas, so we're going to do a little Texas trivia between the two of you. Kevin Millar, since you're the co-host of the show, we're going to start with you. Kev, the capital of Texas, of course, is the place you live, Austin. The most populated city is Houston. But as of the 2019 census, what was the second most populated city in Texas?
Dallas.
Not correct.
Ooh. Wow.
San Antonio.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
What is it?
San Antonio.
Yeah. San Antonio.
Golly.
Is it like 1 point something million?
Yeah. 1.532.
Wow.
There you go.
Holy cow.
All right, Asa, here we go. These two Texas A&M teammates became Major League All-Star pitchers after being drafted in the same draft in 2012. Name them.
Ross Stripling and Michael Walker?
Yeah.
No.
It's an easy one. Walker,
Really?
First rounder that year. Ross Stripling was a 5th rounder.
I was going to say Jeff Granger and Kelly Wunsch.
Wow. Pretty good.
The 2012 gave it away.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're here for. All right, Kevin, you got to get this one. Houston was named after Sam Houston, who was not born in the state of Texas. What state was Sam Houston born in?
He was born up there in Idaho. Coeur d'Alene.
Asa, do you know this?
No, I do not.
Would you like to guess, or do you just want to pass?
So it wasn't Idaho?
It wasn't Idaho.
Oh shoot! Tennessee?
No, it's a good guess. Virginia.
Okay.
Hey, I threw it out there. It sounded like a discovery property in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
This is the most academics Millar has covered in the last, 3 years.
He's getting a history lesson.
That's right.
Ace, I'm going to give you one more. Name one of the 6 baseball Hall of Famers born in the state of Texas.
Ooh.
There's 6 of them. Give me one.
Nolan Ryan?
Yeah.
Bingo.
Kev, do you want to guess one other one?
Well, yeah. Craig Biggio?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't born in the state.
Oh, he wasn't born. That's where he wasn't born yet.
No.
This should be fairly easy.
Well, it's kind of hard, but I mean, it's some of the best we've ever seen. Greg Maddux, Ernie Banks, Frank Robinson, Eddie Matthews, Joe Morgan. You could win a few games with that crew.
I didn't know Frank Robinson was born here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so Asa, you can put that on the top of your resume that you busted Millar in a game of Texas.
I think the questions were a little harder on his end, but
that's not how we do it around here. We're not here to make Jets look great and Millar look stupid. He does that.
That's my dog. Get him how to whoop whoop.
Yeah, gig him.
Get him out of whoop.
Best of luck. We will see you when your name is called on June 10th right here on MLB Network. Go enjoy your round of golf with Pops, okay? And it's great meeting you, man.
Sounds good. Great to meet y'all, too.
You got
Great
it.
brother.
We will see everybody on Friday's edition IT, presented to you by Toro.